Well, my thinking would be I would love to move it somewhere else because we have all sorts of climates in Nicaragua, really. We even have a region up north that's very much like Switzerland in the summer. I mean, that sort of pleasant climate, not that I believe Nicaragua should be like Switzerland. We have our own national customs that are very nice, but the climate is a factor. However, Joan, I don't think it feasible or practical at this point because of the infrastructure investment and the industrial investment that is laid out and already in Managua. I think that an earthquake is something so shattering that psychologically, I've read this, it cannot remain in the forefront of the human mind for too long. It tends to disappear and you forget the consequences. I do believe that we can rebuild Managua, and I went to Mexico with the commission for the new plan for Managua with urbanistic sort of planning, urban planning, and the idea that came out of that meeting was to decentralize Managua so that if anything should ever happen of this nature again, we would at least not lose the heart of our country, our commerce, our government buildings. However, I think we have to rebuild Managua. I don't want to be absolute about this, but with a tendency toward decentralizing it as much as possible and limiting it population-wise to 500,000, which is an ideal city. We had to worry about all of those people immediately and evacuate the children to Guatemala that were in the temporary children's homes and the orphanages. Then we had to worry about the elderly and evacuate them to different cities in Nicaragua. We looked in on the lepers. Fortunately, their structure wasn't too damaged, so they're still here, but I'm trying to move them out to a farm. And then my hospitals were, of course, absolutely shattered, and they have to be demolished. So all of those patients had to be evacuated and I don't know what the word is in English.
Relocated.
Relocated, exactly. Plus all of the people who were traumatized in the disaster, which were about, I think, 10,000 wounded. Fortunately, we had just inaugurated a regional hospital, which is about 40 miles from here, and so we set that up for emergency orthopedic care and all kinds of traumatic care, and the other two little local hospitals had to absorb the rest.